this is the second part, or it's actually the second lesson. We'll have 2 lessons here, double one, for changing interest. And again, guys, I know some of you will feel, sir, I don't want to draw this timeline. It's just, I can just do it. Guys, trust me, draw this timeline. You really need to learn this tool, okay? Question will become very complicated next year, and if you don't train yourself to write down all the information on timeline, you're not going to get it, okay? Right, so here, we got to work backward. What does that mean? Somebody put some money. We don't know how much money he put at a certain time, okay? But we know that after 10 years, he got 200,000 Rand. So after 10 years, he got 200,000 Rand, right? We know that for the first 6 years, okay, the interest rate was 4.6%. That means I equals 0.046. Then, for another 4 years, the final 4 years, the interest rate went, sorry, I got it wrong. First 6 years, it's 3.5%. And for the last 4 years, it's 4.6%. Okay? So I is 0.035 and 0.046. Okay? We want to know how much money did he put initially. He ended up having 200,000. What is this amount that he put in the beginning? Now, again, I'm going to show you 2 ways. One, by first of all finding out how much money we had after 6 years, and then finding the initial the money we want to know, and one doing it straight away. But in both ways, I'm going to use not this equation, but another equation we learned from it. And you don't have to do it, but I recommend you do it. So, what am I talking about? This is the equation we normally work with. The final amount, A, is the initial amount, which is P, times the interest growth. Here, we have to find out the initial amount. So we don't want to find A. We know A. A is 200,000. We're trying to find out P. So I will recommend, you can just plug things inside here, but I think it will make things a bit complicated. I really recommend you remembering the second equation. And you don't even need to remember it. You just need to remember that. And then you want to say, okay, how do I find P? Not a problem. I need to multiply or divide it by 1 plus I power n. So I just need to say, okay, A divided by 1 plus I power n. Okay, that's all I got to do. And then maybe one little thing, I got to remember that the laws of exponent. If I divide by something power n, it's the same as multiplying it by power minus n. Okay? So this is the equation we're going to work with. And like I said, you don't need to remember it. I don't remember it. I just remember that. And then just do a little bit of algebra. If this is not clear, how I went from here to here or from here to here, please contact me on WhatsApp and I'll be very happy to explain a bit further. So we're starting with method 1. We're going to say, okay, I know that after 10 years I had 200,000. I want to know how much money I had 4 years before that. So I'm going to find out. I'll call that the middle P. Okay, we'll call it P1. Okay, this is A, this is P1, we'll call that P2. Okay? Yeah. Alright, so P1, okay, money that we had after 6 years is going to be 200,000, A is 200,000, times 1 plus, what is the interest rate here? 0.046, okay? Power minus n. How many years have passed? You see what we're drawing this timeline. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not counting lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will make it wrong. I'm counting intervals. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Very important, guys. Don't count these tiny little lines because it looks like there's 5 lines. But it hasn't been 5 years. It's 4 years. 1, 2, 3, 4. So minus 4. Okay, let me just see I got it right. Great. And again, I'm cheating. I'm not going to write, just use the book's number. And he gets 167 071 071, 8407. You see how messy it is to work in this method. If I insist of finding P1, I've got 4 decimal places to make sure I don't get error in the final answer. Okay, now I've got P1, I can find out P2, because this is why I'm interested. This is what I'm interested in, how much money I had in the beginning, 10 years before. So now I'm treating P1 as if that's the A. So I want to find out P1, okay? Sorry, I want to, my new A is basically this P. 167.07A at comma 8407, and I need to time it by a 1 plus I. What is I now? I is 0.0035. And what is N? N is 6 years, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So minus 6. Okay? And how much are we getting there? 135,913. And now I'm just giving 2 decimal places. I don't need more. So that's the answer. Okay? That's the first way. What I recommend you is to do it all in one go. I don't really need to know P1. I don't need to know that 167. I don't need to know how much money I've got there. I want to know just there. So I'm going to combine it together. I'm going to say, look, the money here, P2, is going to be equal. I'm going to use this equation. Okay, I'm going to have 200,000. A is 200,000. Okay, time. What I'm doing here really, I'm not growing it. I'm decreasing the number. Check out. We had 200,000. And here we found out 167. So I'm not growing, I'm shrinking that money. Okay? I'm shrinking that money because I'm working backward in time, if that makes sense. That's why I've got a minus here. Okay? That's working backward in time. So I'm shrinking that money with 4.6%. 1 plus 0.046 power minus 4. Just like I've done here. But instead of now finding that number and powering it again, shrinking it again, for 6 years, I'm shrinking it straight away. 1 plus 0.035. Okay, so instead of finding that number and timing that number by that, straight away I'm going to shrink it for another 6 years, okay, with 3.5% interest. Can you see that? Okay? So instead of finding how much money that is and then shrinking it for another 6 years, shrink it straight away. And obviously I have to get the same answer because I'm doing the same thing. But less chance for making a mistake, putting a wrong value. Less chance of making a mistake because you didn't round up halfway. Okay? And most important, it's clean. It's smooth. It's cool like a matador. Okay? Boom, we get the answer. Okay guys, so I've given you guys a double lesson for this to go through exercise 6 because this is a bit more difficult and it's important, okay? So we've got a nice short week. Enjoy your half term and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.